Here's a much longer video of me explaining banjo catfish, or more specifically the Bunocephalus Caracoideus, one of the most common species in the aquarium trade. I own 3 myself. There's several genuses: Pseudobunocephalus, Acanthobunocephalus, Hoplomyzone, Micromyzone, Ernstichthyes, I don't know what the B is, Aspirindinichthyes, Ospredo, Platystachys, Ziliphius, Pterobunocephalus, Amaralia, and you already heard me say that this is in the genus Bunocephalus. That's 13 genuses. There's about 42 species split into all of them. I might make videos on these various other species in the future. I don't know about all 42 because some of them there's absolutely no information on. But you can see that they'll often bury themselves in the sand with their nose and tail sticking out. I'm assuming this is because it's easy for them to hide, but they have their nose sticking out so they'll smell any food going overhead. They're called banjo catfish mainly because of their shape. They're very flat, and because the front part of their body is so round while their tail is extremely thin, it makes them look a lot like a banjo. And here in this video I got earlier today, you may have seen it if you watched one of my earlier, more recent videos. When food goes overhead, they'll come springing out of the sand like that one just did, and they're very, very aggressive when they eat. And when you can see when one gets going, like when one starts eating, all the rest of them will shoot out of the sand and start eating everything in sight with it. And here in a minute you'll see one shoot back under the sand. They do a very, very quick nosedive, pretty much, and yeah, right there, that's how they bury themselves in the sand. I can't get any more videos of them right now because they're all full. Yeah, very big fat bellies. Anyways, back to the video. But they can be found in the wild in shallow creeks and streams, typically slow moving in the Amazon River basin. And they'll often be found buried in the sand, mixed in with the leaf litter and sticks and stuff like that. There's no leaves in my tank. And yeah, for this particular species, I'd recommend, like what I have right now, probably for a group of 3, a 20 long, like what mine are in, because this species will get usually around 4 inches, but they might be able to get just anywhere between 4 and 6 inches long. So 20 long would be good for them. And then there's other species that can reach upwards of 15 inches. I might cover those in a future video. Most species are typically comfortable with a temperature of between 68 and 80 degrees, a little closer to 80. And I don't keep mine with any plants, but they would be alright with a planted tank. It gives them more hiding places that aren't the sand. You probably won't really see them much during the day, considering they do bury in the sand. And then when you turn off the lights, well, I've noticed as soon as I turn off the lights, they'll come shooting back up and swimming around and everything. And good tank mates for them would include just anything that's not gonna eat them. Like, obviously, don't keep one. Even a full-grown one. Don't keep it with like cichlids, anything aggressive, or like Oscars or something that's gonna eat them. And then don't keep them with like really tiny baby fish. I'd say maybe the smallest fish you could keep with them would be 1/2 inch. Yeah, don't keep them with anything too small, like baby fish, because they will eat them. Like tank mates would be, I'd say probably coolie loaches, because I'm getting some this weekend, hopefully. The other peaceful catfish, stuff like maybe angelfish, or certain types of tetras. And I don't know if they would eat them or not, probably not, because they're surface-dwelling fish. I've thought about, when I move the butterfly fish to the 80-gallon, putting sand in the bottom of it and maybe putting banjo catfish with them. I've thought about putting the banjo catfish in an 80-gallon tank with sand and plenty of plants and stuff. Butterfly fish wouldn't be able to eat them, they get to around the same size. Yeah, just... what else is there? They have a maximum lifespan with good care of around 10 to 15 years. Give or take a few years. There are some species that are actually brackish water. This particular species isn't. And I've seen this fish. Dang it, I can't talk. So I've seen this type of banjo catfish as cheap as $4. I've gotten mine for $8 each. The most expensive I've ever seen this type is $10. But I've seen other species reach $30 to $60, and even one species that's $120. Might get one in the future, depending on how poor I am. Yeah, that's banjo catfish for you. I almost forgot some stuff. I almost ended the video early. But yeah, in the wild, they have a diet of various invertebrates like insect larvae, small worms. Pretty sure some species even mostly eat fish eggs. I don't know about this species, but they'll eat insect larvae, worms, just anything small enough that gets close or that they can smell. And they're pretty peaceful. They can get aggressive, as you've seen when they're eating, but generally they're a really good community fish for even small fish. Not really small, like babies, but pretty small fish like tetras, and maybe at the smallest, guppies. Can't really find fish much smaller than that. And then, what else was I gonna say? Let me think. I can't remember what I was gonna say right now. I'll probably remember it later. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. And if you came from TikTok and subscribed, thank you very much. It means a lot. And anyone else who sees this, make sure to like and subscribe. And comment any fish that I should do in the future, please. And make sure to follow my TikTok. I'm almost at 5,000. And yeah, I noticed that the audio throughout most of the video was kind of weird, like there was these random clicks when I would never touch the microphone. I'll try and save up my money and see if I can't get a better one and get some better quality audio. Yeah, thank you guys very much, and good night.